Okay, so today is Monday, new week. Okay, remove the echo. I'm super motivated to do something good today, and hopefully we'll have a good day. So the first thing I want to look in. So the overall goal for the day, actually, first, is to do some administrative or some development work about close testing. So because now the app is close testing, but there are still things to do to make it smooth. So make sure that it works. So this was just a previous PR that I'm gonna merge. But the first thing I want to look at is the bug snag report I received this morning, which is unhandled error in production, seemingly related to reCAPTCHA. So I'm not sure if I can do anything about it, but I just want to take a look. Because for reCAPTCHA, I don't think I can even catch the exception because I just include it, but I'm not sure. So let's first pull main. Alright, fetch all. So that's the website. Let's make sure we start in a good state. We delete this branch, which I did a couple of stupid changes. Okay, great. So there we go. Let's get our Gemini out. Not for the app, but for the website. Since we are at it, let's check out my main in the app pool because I already merged this branch. So we don't forget. And get fetch all or git fetch all and delete the larger icons work I did yesterday. Great. So let's go to the website. And in there, I launch a budget pilot. No, let's say Gemini. Okay. This is the root folder where they are the web front end, which is a problem or has a problem. Then we have the functions and the share code. Okay, we are using Gemini Pro. Okay. So through bug snag or whatever it's called nowadays is being renamed to Insight something, Insight Hub. Actually, Bugsnap was a much catchier name, but I think I know what they are, why they renamed because they don't want to handle. Oh shoot! I pour some water. I have tissues here. Okay, they don't want to handle bugs only, but also maybe performance and other things. So the name wasn't fitting. Through Bugsnag, I received a report, an error report. Mhm. Let's be clear for the website in web. Okay. So I think if I then okay, I will copy only the second because it says 10 events in 1 hour. The first is the first event, and then the other are aggregated. That gives an idea that it is a repeated error. Okay. And then I have to add a question, I suppose, even though it's sometimes it's understood what the question is, but I want to make clear that since the error is happening somehow, somewhere in reCAPTCHA code, is there a way to handle or it, or what should I do for this error? Okay. I want to see if there are additional details in Bugsnag itself. Is there anything um details? Okay, let's go here. Right, there are some additional details. Additional details. I think I need to copy this too. Row view. Ooh, that was much better for copy. Okay. So now deleting is a pain, isn't it? Unless I have Control AK. Yes, I have that. Okay, good. Paste. Perfect. What is this CR? It seems something truncated, but unknown function code. Okay, okay. Let's go. That's, I think, the best I can gather for the error. Hmm. Taking a while. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt. So I don't think I used AI much yesterday, so let's see how the quota is doing for the free plan while we wait. Okay. Request limit, we are at 10%. No, yeah, 10%. And it resets at 2 p.m. So it resets in 2 hours. So we better use it. We're exceeding the quota limit. That is strange. Okay, maybe I have to refresh this page. I didn't expect that. What quota exceeded? The per minute. I'm gonna check if plan and details DSR status resource exhausted, quota failure violation, quota details, quota dimension. I'm confused, yeah. Check your plan and details, resource exhausted. Context 100% left. Please wait and try again to access your limit. I want to understand what quota was exceeded. There are several, and it doesn't look like there is anything particular exceeded here. Please check your. So this is difficult to read. Yeah, let's try to copy this out, put it in Z. Okay, let's see if we can break it up and make it easy to read. Okay, message you exceeded the pen and billing detail had two limits. Rate limits. Okay. We can check that link. So I want to see here there will be details, type, quota failure. What is a quota failure? Violations, quota metric. Uh-huh. free tier input token count and per minute. Okay. Quota value 250,000. So he went. This is annoying because it's per minute, so you should have slowed down reading the file. I think he read all the output folder here and wasted a lot of token reading things that don't matter. Let's try again to do a clean of the project, maybe. Okay. What does the clean do, by the way? Do I have a clean? Yes. It cleans the build folder. Oh, I got a spider there. Yeah, just go, bus. Spider. There is one max there of things. Well, you can do let me resize this. Okay. I can do an npm run clean, no problem. It seems there is further things to clean, which is like here is SvelteKit output. So let's ask this to Claude. How to clean my SvelteKit project? Can I safely delete this output folder? What else can I delete? Okay, let's try that simple question. Yeah. Ooh, the entire folder I can delete. SvelteKit. Nice, let's do that. Because he wasted time reading that folder. I think that folder might be huge. So let's say, put this back in the screen. Where do I start? Yeah. Can I do you have an hyphen HS web, written web SvelteKit? Yeah, 1.8 meg. This surely wastes token. So let's edit the clean. This is not the right package JSON, that's why. Okay, so this is the functions package JSON. Let's open the right package JSON. There. So here in clean, I have a build, but I also can delete SvelteKit folder. However, normally you concatenate things like that, but that means execute the second one. Only the first, if the first worked. I want to execute them anyway. Hmm. Dot SvelteKit, I think it is. Allora, web Yep, correct. Save to delete, build, dist. Node module, Versa, Netlify, package JSON, lock. Okay. Allora, if I run this command in package JSON for clean, I think it will clean or delete dot svelte kit. Svelte kit only if build folder exists. Is that right? Should I use a semicolon instead to always delete or try to delete both regardless? You're right. The end operator will execute only the second command if the first one succeeded. If build don't exist, will return a zero exit code, a non-zero, and won't run. However, doesn't actually fail. No, wait, you are saying two things that are contradictory. When the target doesn't exist, it silently succeeds. But for VSS safe, use semicolon, use the logical OR to ignore failure. Oh, nice. Delete both in one command. Ah, of course. Cross-platform solution using rimraf. Option 3 is the cleanest and most efficient. Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm executing the same command. I can have more than one argument. Okay, so yeah, there it is. You always, get a fresh perspective. It's like having a body to consult with. So now I can run npm run clean, and it didn't work. And the reason is I'm not in the web folder. So I can try again to run npm run clean, and now we should be in a better place. So let's go back to here, the Gemini, and try to ask the same question again. I should be able to hit cursor up and just press enter. The context I just say 100%, so I don't know how I should fail now. So okay, interesting thing to learn. Better run a clean before asking Gemini to look at stuff. To not waste tokens. The other thing that can be done is detail better the Gemini MD saying not to look in certain folders. That can help too, but I think this should be enough. Seems to work now. It seems to be a race condition where the reCAPTCHA script is executing before the DOM is fully ready. Ah. see, there is a solution. Oh, wow. I understand also the explanation. So the DOM is fully ready. I will try to this by moving the app check initialization on the on mount lifecycle hook of your Svelte application, ensuring the DOM is available. This if browser is something to act as well. What is this else with nothing in? Maybe I'm confused. It has been removed. Okay. Probably I was if dev emulator. Okay. Careful. Why is changing this line? Up. You remove const in front of up. That's strange. Second line is same. That's formatting. Okay, we'll check the diff. Now it's a bit difficult to understand. He added an import of Firebase app. What's the point of this thing? I put app, define app outside. Ah, this will make the build fail because app is not initialized or not. I'm not sure. Okay, so he added the new amount thing that is come from Svelte. There is a function that I don't know is defined. Oh, here. Initialize app check in browser. Which will have to be renamed because now it's not only doing app check, but I also do a reCAPTCHA. I think it was doing only app check initially. Ah, reCAPTCHA is a part of app check, I see. Okay, that makes sense then. I will call initialization function from the layout. Wait a second, I had two amount? Ah, no, it's here. This already been done. I have to read below. I will run the lint, yeah. The input token, there you go, is using a lot. Probably because of a first failed request. Imagine that. So remember to do a clean. Lint pass, now type checking. I could do this myself, but yeah, we have token to waste now, only 2 hours left. Okay, then it's still checking the rest. Whatever. The test didn't change anything there. Okay. So in Bugsnag, after we deploy, should we mark this? Here you go. Look at that. How many there? Unhandle, okay. Error, yeah. How do I 10 events? Mark as fixed. Okay. Ignore snooze. Assign. Oh wait, 9 days I've been trial? Didn't realize I was doing a trial. Hold on, what's that? I'm not happy to pay 33 a month. Where do I change the plan? Personal. It was saying that it was free when I joined, but maybe I missed something. You got this error. Well, we're gonna check now. 9 days left in trial. It doesn't. It has continue. Annoying. How to cancel? Let's just do Copilot. This is still going. Don't know what it's doing now. How to cancel bug snag free trial. Okay, I've applied the reCAPTCHA initialization. Okay. Just to say that it took forever, I don't know why. Log into Bugsnap, check the settings, plans and building. Settings, plans and building. There you go. Uh, Cancel my subscription. I didn't put any card, so probably just expires, but it's not clear. Switch to free plan. Ah, that's hidden, man. 7.5 events a month, 0 per month. Okay. You have it. Capture every event. You are allowed to exceed your daily quota up to 3 days in a 30 days window before upgrading the plan to the next tier. We start rate limiting when you exceed the daily quota. This may prevent you getting a pretty picture or perfect. I don't care. If they get more than this number of events, there is something so wrong. Continue. Your application generated an average of 271 daily spans over the last Friday. Of for 25, you don't need to send all of your spans data, but it's important to send yeah, okay. We can do 1,000,000, 33,000 a day. Need no spans. No, cannot change that. Upgrade to a paid plan. Okay, continue. What would I lose if I select the free plan? Before you proceed, we want to let you know. Collaborate multiple users, 60 days data storage, only 7 on the free plan. Capture every error, maximum 250 events per day. Performance monitoring. Email support. Okay, I don't have $20 a month now. If the app makes money, maybe, but now no expenses. Okay, free plan. This doesn't change. Free trial. Select plan. Don't know. Yeah, okay. Still have the trial, but then after the trial ends, we get that. Okay, 0 month. Okay, that makes sense. What's this? Let's say. Okay, so that is done. So we have this change that we have to see. So let's say git checkout, create a branch called reCAPTCHA init. Okay, we solved that bug. Hopefully, I'm doing or better reCAPTCHA init in what was that on forgot on mount. Great. Git push origin reCAPTCHA init. Let's have a look at the changes more in detail. Okay, so one was okay, I added the click clean, a little change there. So here I initialize Firebase app outside this. I'm not really sure what's the point because this is only used inside here. What's the point of that change? I think it's pointless. I would revert it. So let's have a look if it's used outside. If it's not used outside, Firebase TS in web. If app is not used outside, there is no point of initializing outside. The only thing that are exported are auth and functions. That's why they are defined outside. So I think this is a worst change. Okay, that's better. So the variable is scoped only inside this block. Okay, so we revert that change. Ah, there you go. He's using that as a global. That's a bad. That's why I put that there. There was a reason, but that's not so good. Where does browser come from? Let's import it from app environment. The problem with this initialize app check is called from another file, isn't it? Shouldn't we do all this initialization there then, or what? Or should I put this all inside that function? Let me revert this change initially. Oh, I should just be able to do Command Z, yeah, okay. Should all this code be executed on mount? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, I received an email that the plan has been changed. Actually, it's not deleted yet. Plan free, okay. Good. Should all of this be on mount? Because my issue is if I import only that, will it still execute the other code? I think we have to initialize Firebase 2 on mount. Yeah, so do that. Or right now we don't have any change. Okay, okay, let's ask this to Gemini. So my issue is now layout svelte plus layout svelte there imports initialize app check in browser from that Beauty's Firebase and calls it on mount. This assumes that the Firebase initialization already happened. And I'm not sure that's the case. I think this is introducing another error. Should the whole block of code below the comment initialize Firebase be inside a new function called initialize app that calls both Firebase does or yeah, it's okay, executes Firebase initialization first and reCAPTCHA or app check initialization Next. Okay, that's what I think is better. Let's have a look, a second opinion from our friend AI. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Taking a while. You have raised a very good point. Relying on module import order for initialization can be fragile. A more robust approach is to explicitly control the initialization sequence. Yep. I will refactor the code to ensure that Firebase is fully initialized before any of its services like AppCheck are configured. This can be done with a single initialization function that is called when the application mounts. Exactly what I said. Yep. First, I will modify Firebase to encapsulate the entire setup. So it's removing initialization of AppCheck as a separate function. Okay, that can work. I'm not sure about that. So this part, why is it even here? Should it even be called a mount? Okay. Oh, it's still waiting. Press Ctrl S to show more lines. I never saw that before. Ctrl S. There you go. Can I do it again? No, only once. So it's removing the comment. Is removing all this or now? Is removing the if browser just to initialize Firebase, and then there is an if browser here. That is not what it said it would do because it should have been in on mount. I don't understand. Let's execute it first so we can have a look here. Okay, there you go. That makes no sense. This just needs refactoring, it will do that. It's removing it. But then that still was that will resurface the initial problem, isn't it? God damn it. Well, this is incorrect code now, so we might as well let it go to a working state. Okay, let's stop the linting and stuff because I'm not happy with this change. Wouldn't this wouldn't removing the initialization from on mount resurface the initial bug? You just said before that you would call initialize Firebase on or in on mount and then proceeded to remove it. Okay, let's be more explicit even further, which is finding the initial bug. Should remember because it's in the same session. But let's be super explicit. I'm referring to, there you go. Let's remove this weird bars here. Put it all together. Handle error, type error. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. You're absolutely right, and I apologize for that oversight. My last change was incorrect. Thank you for catching my mistake. Yeah, we'll hit your fingers. You're correct with with a stick, with a cane. You're correct for removing that. Removing the on mount call will introduce the original race condition as the script would execute when the DOM is not guaranteed. Before the DOM is guaranteed to be ready. I will now correct this by implementing the solution I originally described, encapsulating the initialization logic and calling it for on mount. First, I will modify Firebase TS to export an initialize Firebase function that is safe to be called when the component mounts. Alright, it just does export. Remove that. Correct. Now I'm happy with this change. And then add the on mount we just removed. Now we'll update the layout spell to correctly call this function inside on mount. There we have it. Not yet here. Here, let's have a look how it looks. This config is used only there, so it could be inside. We also added this, interesting, yeah, to avoid double initialization. I like that. I like that a lot. Nice. Okay, on mount, initialize Firebase. Ooh, there was an import of nothing? Ah, just the whole thing, the whole module. That's crazy. Nice. I like it. Thank you again for the correction. Initialization is now correctly placed within the on-mount hook, which should resolve the race condition. Yeah, let's do the linting. So it took about 1 hour for this silly thing, but I guess it's important that we handle it. Unexpected any, okay. That was the defined where Firebase, yes. Where's the any? Windows has any. Why do you have to do that? Because it's adding a custom variable on the window. The linter has failed to no explicit any errors in Firebase TS because this is because I use the Windows window at any to set a global flag by defining a custom interface for the window object. Okay, nice, I like that. Custom window extends window with Firebase initialized. Okay, very nice. Where is it? In Firebase TS. Okay. Keep it close to here, is used only here, it's fine. Nice, I like that. Declare const window, custom window. Will this work? Will not. We didn't know shadow the window. Let's ask this to Claude. New chat, totally unrelated. In TypeScript, executed, compiled, or transpiled, and then execute transpiled. Yeah, I read it right. And then executed in a browser. I have this code. Nice. Oh, I don't want it as an attachment because I want to edit it. Delete. So let's go in Z and edit that code. Oh, that's really nasty. Oh, nasty, nasty. So can I do a vertical selection? Wait. Option? No. Shift option? Yes. Would that work? This time. Not quite. I made a mess. Okay, go back and then clean by hand. Oh no. So interface, custom window, extend windows, Firebase initialize boolean with a semicolon. What's going on? Oh, there you go. That's why. Nothing here. That's it. So let's do. What's going on? There are a lot of spaces here. Oh my God. All right. Now, oh, that's terrible to edit this thing. Okay, that's the only part I interested. This declare const window custom window. Okay, so I can ask the question. That's only bit I need. Where is Firebase? No, it was in Cloud, yeah. Where is Cloud? Okay, I have this code. Actually, there is another bit I want to get where is actually using it, which is can copy from here easier maybe. That. Where is my Cloud? There. Would mhm. I have this code below. Okay, would the declaring would the declaring window as a const hide, what do you call it? There is another name, override. The actual browser window object. This code is trying to set a property in on the browser window object, so it's preserved between page reload. That's my understanding. Page reload reloads. Won't hide the actual browser window object. This is a type variation or a variable declaration that would shadow the window. The key is the declare keyword. Okay. This tell TypeScript. Very nice. I didn't know that. So it's interesting to know. Trust me, there is already a window variable of type custom window available. It's purely type checking, get removed during compilation. It doesn't create a new variable, hide anything. However, there are a few important points about your approach. Better alternative. Option one, modular augmentation. Ooh, ooh. Option two, type assertion. Ooh. You probably want to actually persist between page reload. The window object gets created every page loaded. The persistent, okay. Probably I don't need a page reload. I'm confusing with component mounts. Okay, okay. So I learned a lot from this. Go back to. So while there are better approaches, alternatives, if you want to be picky, this is perfectly fine. So do the linting. This is perfectly fine. Excellent. So at that point, yeah, we can consider if we want to do any of the alternative approaches or not. Wait, I can't even see it. Window. uh, like that. TypeScript is. Yeah, yeah, no, we don't need that because we put it everything in there. So I don't need the custom window anymore because you declared the window. I'm not happy about that because you lose everything else in window, isn't it? Which is maybe fine if I don't need to use anything else. Or it basically doesn't need this and just say do it here. Okay, let's take this approach without declaring anything. Only when we need. Okay, so at this point, let's see, we are already in reCAPTCHA init branch. Let's commit the change. This will trigger a build, 1 hour. Okay. Let's have a quick look at the diff while the build happens. Okay, so actions, doing all the tests, type checking fails. Wait a second, that's not the code I wrote. Oh, because, yes, it is. It's used in 2 points. Ah, there you go. So the drawback of this is you have to keep on doing as every time you use it. So why is it better? Without needing type assertion or declaration. I see what you're saying. It extends the global window. No, it isn't. Okay, let's fight this thing. Um, option 1 does not seem to extend the global window. It seems to redefine it with just one property, losing all the original Windows or window uppercase properties. Isn't that the case? Question mark. Let's copy that. No, that's not correct. Okay, I'm sorry, don't get angry. The code extends the global window interface rather than defining. This how TypeScript merging works. I don't see any extend, so maybe I don't understand. When you write the TypeScript merge declaration with the existing version from the long time, DOM time, here is proof. Interface merging in action. Okay, thank you. I stand correctly. I stand corrected. So let's do this. Delete that. And now remove the assertion. Okay. And now also the second part works. And we commit the change. And this build should work. Reload the page. There you go. The build is happening. So in the hope that everything passed, let's go back to main. If it passes, I can merge. This is the type checking, linting, build test. I don't know why in this order, but doesn't matter. I should have put this up I think. Anyway, doesn't matter. Right now, we better move on. Excellent. Okay, so let's do merge. Do the merging. Squash and merge. Let's remove this. Recaptcha init on mount. Correct. Confirm. Delete branch. Now git pull. Git fetch all. And delete the branch. Local branch. All good. Let's install it live. So deploy means let's deploy it to live. Should have tried. Right, so Bugsnag start has exactly the same problem. Which could be solved with the window thing. Where is Bugsnag initialized? Ah, there. Why don't we rename this from initialize Firebase to initialize my app? I think the refactoring didn't quite work. Okay. Nice. Now start to question the name of this module Firebase as well. Let's go in it. Why they didn't save these files? Okay, I need a very quick break. Okay. So yeah, so they call that initialize my app. That is a more generic name, so I can also use Bugsnag there. So I need to copy basically these 4 lines of code, these two. plus these two. I put it there together so it's easy to copy in one go. And now we go back to this init file. I go initialize my app and I will do all the work. Well, the import has to be more up. Only if needed, only once. Nice. Doesn't seem nothing needs to be exported from there, so you can just leave inside. Yeah, I think that's better. So we need a new branch. Marshmallow already back, hold on. Okay. So in this bug snag thing, what we done now, initialize bug snag once. Bug snag, maybe it is. Snagging about bugs. Yeah, I just need to do -b. And there are so many changes because I renamed the file, so it changed, the change was in many files for that. It commit -am and is initialize bug snag once. Let's also push it. I should have tried the build first, but now push origin I meant. Or I have the same git push does the same. Okay. npm run build. npm run build. Nice. I think that worked. So let's check my PR. Nothing open yet. Oh, I didn't commit yet. So I committed a mistake. Yeah? Initialize bug snag once. Commit -m. Initialize push. There you have it. And now we can do pull request. Nice. Let's try to do deploy to prod. And that warning is gone. Nice. About the multiple initialization, everything should work. Not that it was not working before, but it's better not to have those warnings. Okay. Nice. So we just wait for this build. I should have maybe waited for the build. So where is the projects? Budget pilot web. Back to app. There you go. I could say it's resolved, but maybe I will wait a second. Oh my god, I didn't expect that. Mm. Okay, this problem affects only the test because now Firebase could not be initialized. Let's open API test, yes. And let's run it. Mhm. So I forgot this test. How to execute something before it's mocking Firebase. Hold on. Uh-huh. Call Firebase function. Okay, let's test something first. Can I call initialize my app just directly there? Oh, I say here before the test. I would need an import. Import, initialize my app from init, correct. Let's run this test only. I still fail. I didn't call, yes, I called it here. Is this asynchronous? No. Because there is this thing with the function emulator. Wait, I received an email that the PR failed. Okay. Let's delete that and that. So what we're gonna do is this. Terminal, go to command line, npm run test or just npm test. Okay. Get function HTTPS callable. Should be mocked there. So let's tell Gemini about that. Now now npm test fails even So Firebase should be marked in at API. It doesn't work from here in the middle. Okay, never mind, figure that out. I expect this to. I didn't tell you the test failure. I should have. The previous test ran a comprehensive test to catch the issue. Apologize for that. The current setup might not be. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Run the test. Good idea. That's what I want you to do. Mm-mm. The tests are indeed failing now. Mhm. The error message Firebase non-initialize indicates that the function object is null functions. Yeah. When the test run, this happening because initialized Firebase function is not being called in the test environment. Yeah, that's what I tried to do, but it didn't work. Why the functions object? libutis Firebase. Wait a second, doesn't even exist anymore. It's called init. And catch that. I think now it will work. It's my fault. And the fix that the AI is doing is not correct. There you go. So let's no. This fix is not correct. This is the correct fix. I renamed we need. That's what caused the problem. Okay, got it, got it. Good to know. So going back to the terminal, where's the terminal? Terminal. npm test. Everything works. And now we are still in this branch. Come in and push. There you go. It was my rename. So this is the test only issue, so no need to redeploy. Even though I might want just to keep everything on the same version. I might redeploy from main once it's merged. Okay. So now going back, no, that's not quick go. Going back to here, I should have a working build once it's finished. A valid pull request. Yeah, this was not caught in the renames. Has to be done by hand. Okay, that's what happens. Nice, nice, nice. I like this a lot. Wait for the build. Nice. We can merge. This was just a bit of work about initialized bugs once. That means Firebase became init. And the reason why I call it init instead of initialize Firebase is because I also initialize Bugsnag. So here you go. The only thing that I might be slightly worried is that these functions get a bit long, but it's not a big problem now, and I don't think it will ever be, so we can move on. Squash and merge, clean the commit message, and go. Delete branch. Pretty sure the auto delete is something you can do in the settings because I've done this. Let's check that. Code and automation, branches, default branch, branches, add branch rule set, define branch rules to define. I don't think I can do that. Yeah, I can't do that. What about, yeah, go back. What about classic branch protection rule? Branch protection rule main require, can I do that? Yeah, no. Approval, I cannot do approval. Oh, okay, here it says for coloners, but I'm not doing that. Approval most, no need, just a PR. Okay, I know I can do that. Okay, but it's not the delete I wanted to do. It's, yeah, I can do. Not enforced. So no need to keep it. Delete the rule. Just noise. Actions. I don't know where was that. Okay, I will keep it deleting by hand. I never forgot anyway. So now that this is done, I can go to main, pool, fetch all, delete the branch, everything, only one branch. I deploy anyway, even though it's reaching only the test, just to be super sure. And you know what? I will keep this bug open to see, you know, that this graph goes down. So won't happen again. I think it was a race condition, so that meant something that happens only in certain cases. Maybe slow connection. Who knows? Which are the cases in which that happens? So this is done and dusted. Actually, so you can go back here to the planning. Okay, I work on this ticket type error. So this is related to reCAPTCHA. Let's add this in front. reCAPTCHA type error. We don't need to link the PR and stuff because I'm alone. I know. Let's leave it there for review. So that means the review will be to check Bugsnag later to see stabilized. Here. Check that the error does not happen again. Let's do mention. Yeah. Okay, it says login because I can't, but it's a direct link. I can't fetch it. Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's see other tickets. I got a lot in progress, but just because I want to remember what to do first, but I think I can put just on top of the to do. Yeah, right. I think the title of the ticket can be this, and this can go in the description. Deploy up to close testing automatically. So let's change the goal because now let's go. I have a bug snag report. I acted on that. That's done. So now we are going to deploy to closed testing. Deploy up to close testing. Does it fit? Yep. Deploy up to close testing with manual approval step of a script. Increase version. Consider saving the version somewhere else, maybe in the source code or Firestore. Yeah, I think the last option is the one I will do as max +1 between internal testing and closed testing. So we are talking about the app, so it's a totally different repository from this website. Let's close Windsurf and go to Android Studio. Yeah, I'm already on main, I already pulled, I already fetch all, and everything is clean. I just check that. Okay. And I already have opened the pipeline, probably because I was looking at it before. So this is the pipeline that gets executed when we push to main or create a pull request on any branch. Now, if I want to deploy something to close testing, it will always be main that I want to deploy to close testing. And I will assume that this is merged main means all the tests already been executed. So I want a different pipeline or a different workflow. I call that pipeline. I don't. I'm not sure that's good because this is like the merge workflow. Okay, let's go to Gemini first. Let's quit here and let's go to the app project. There you go. And launch Gemini here. Okay, switch project. And let's talk to Gemini first about my plan. I have GitHub Action workflow in at.github/ workflows pipeline, which gets triggered on pushes to main or on pull requests. That's basically it. I'm not totally sure. I'm not sure that pipeline is a good name for the workflow, especially now that I want to introduce a new workflow, on-demand workflow, to deploy to close testing. Would this be a new file in workflows? Can you create it with a sensible name, rename, and add just code checkout? What we want? I don't want too much. I just want something, a skeleton. Mm. Install Flutter and echo Flutter version for now. So we see it works. Okay. Can you also rename the pipeline workflow file and workflow name? From the first line of the YAML file to something sensible if you think that's appropriate. Okay, let's see what it does. So we start to create this workflow. Let's create a branch while we're at it, which would be check out FMB, close, testing, deploy. Okay, we need to work quite a bit in this branch. No need to push it now because there is nothing new in it for now. Okay, that's what it does. CI, continuous integration. Okay. Yep. Yep. That's the same name I have in the other project, so that makes sense. I will create a new on-demand workflow for close testing and rename the existing pipeline. Yep. It's a pipeline, but kind of a pipeline name was okay once there was only one pipeline. But once there is more than one, what do you call the second one? Still pipeline? CI, continuous integration. Okay. And now the new deployment with just the minimum work there. Nice. The only thing I'm not too happy is the fact that the Flutter version is in two places now. That's bad. Okay. Workflow dispatch. Okay. I'm considering to close this file. The name. This file is long. I consider to call it to close testing only because it's the only thing we can do. Okay. And you know what? Let's try it already. Ooh, yeah, we need to go in. Nice. We need to go back to the root folder first. Okay. Now let's commit all of that. Nice. And I will create a PR, yeah, right away. Why not? So nothing to compare because what about the commit? Did I not commit? Okay. I not commit, I just added, yeah. Deploy to close testing. Yeah, of course, not doing that yet, but okay. So let's create this PR. I'm in the wrong project, yeah. So let's go to the right project first. So let's close this. There, that's the right project. Don't need that anymore. No more AWS, man. I start to hate it more and more. Create the PR. So the only thing I'm thinking is, can I already launch the new action? I still have that pipeline, which is the old one, because I have execution, of course. How do I run the custom action? Do I need to merge it to main? How do I run the custom action? By the way, I renamed the file to close testing dot YAML. Yep. Mm, should I merge it to main for it to work or not? If I have to merge it to main, it's a problem. I don't think so. Model is overloading. Overloaded. Okay. Should we try immediately? Wait 10 seconds, yeah? Just a little bit. Go. Maybe also the name. I change also the name. Keep it the same. Okay, that's good. I don't need to merge it to main because I need to do tests. Because the flow is triggered for dispatch from any branch that's close test. Push the branch, which I've done. Go to the action stuff, which I've done, and I was trying to. In the list of workflow in the left, no, I don't. Maybe because of the branch. Okay. Can I select the branch somewhere? Because here I don't see the workflow. New workflow? Hmm. Nice, I never see this before, but it's not what I need now. Right, so there is something missing here. Mhm. I push the branch. I went to Actions tab in the repo. In the list of workflows contains CI dependabot dependabot updates and pipeline. How do I run close testing? Mm-hmm. I will first confirm a new name. Okay. I see your name to close testing. I will type content. I will also check CI. Okay. I review both file and syntax per correct. I also notice I correctly updated the name close testing. Since the YAML is valid, the most likely region GitHub lag takes a few minutes for the workflow to be recognized after a push. Incorrect location. You know the location is correct. Yep. Try a refresh of the action page in your browser. After 5-10 minutes, try pushing a small empty commit to the same branch, which I already done. No empty, but okay. Let's wait to these builds. These builds are slow because they require to run test. There is no need to run test here. System UI is not responding. There you go. It's slow. It's not responding. So it says it's just a matter of waiting, isn't it? So we don't need to wait for this. There you go. The emulator is doing fine, I think. We don't even need that. We could just cancel this workflow. There is no need to build. Okay. I'm not totally convinced that yeah, you new icon neat. That looks good. That looks good. I don't know why it's so slow because it shouldn't be, but let's ask Claude. I don't believe that's the case. Okay. In my GitHub repo, added a new on-demand. Let me check the name. On-demand workflow. Yeah, that's okay. We'll copy the whole workflow in .github slash workflows slash close testing YAML and push it to GitHub inside a branch. In GitHub action, the new workflow, yeah, actions web page, the new workflow is not appearing. What am I missing? The workflow should be correct. How to launch the workflow from the branch? Okay, there's the workflow. Copy this, paste it, excellent, go. So let's see if we Claude gives some hint. The issue is that manual trigger are only available from the default branch. Oh, okay, so nice. So basically what Gemini says wasn't correct. Mm, 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 mm. Merge. Okay, let's merge. Push the default branch. Mm. Oh, that's